Well, it's 6:45 in the morning, heading down to get my lift, and I'm already wearing my hiking clothes, looking dope. As soon as I get to LA, I have to drop off everything I'm not carrying.
All right, I made it. Let's go get this luggage stored. Alright, so I did end up going to the wrong place. I was trying to go to some self-service locker place, but I ended up at a courier service instead. But actually their rates are better, so I ended up just using them anyway. So, alright, got my backpack, got my super fly footwear, and my lift's on its way to get me to the ferry.
That's just me, then I proceeded to brush some stranger's teeth, but they were my teeth, and I was weightless, just quivering like some leaf come in the window of a restroom. I couldn't tell you what the hell it was supposed to mean, but it was a Monday, no Tuesday, no Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday came around, and I said, who's this stupid clown blocking the bathroom sink? Just like all I want is to just have fun, live my life like the son of a gun. I could be 1,000 miles away, but still mean what I say. Then I woke up one morning, didn't recognize the man in the mirror. Then I laughed and I said, oh silly me, that's just me. Then I proceeded to not comb some stranger's hair, never was my style. But I couldn't tell you what the hell it was supposed to mean, cause it was a Monday, no Tuesday, no Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then Saturday came around and I said, who's this stupid clown blocking the bathroom sink? But he was sporting all my clothes, I gotta say, pretty pimpin'.
Alright, so I made it to the hotel room. I'm on the island now. Got dinner and everything, so last thing I need to do for the day before I leave tomorrow morning is just pack up all my gear.
Okay, it's 7:30 a.m. on the first day of the hike. Got some coffee from town, and just walking through town now. I guess what I need to do is head to the golf course, and then once I walk by that, that's where the trailhead starts. So really excited. Weather looks great. It is a little hazy because of the forest fires, unfortunately, but overall not too bad. It's nice and cool, which is great. I have a feeling it'll heat up later today, but this is perfect hiking weather. First stop is Hermit Gulch Campground. Looks like I made it to the top. There's like this weird gazebo thing here, and then it says bathroom, so that's pretty cool. Just need to make sure I'm going the right way. I'm pretty sure I just need to go behind me. You can see this road. It's definitely a pretty hot one today. It's passed a couple more day hikers on their way down. I guess they must have stayed at the campsite last night and then hiked up early in the morning or something like that. It's pretty smart because it's definitely better to hike in the morning here than in the heat of the day.
It looks like I might have hit a detour of some sort. Let's see what the signs say. Okay, so... Oh, okay, so I actually do just go through the gate. So there's a... Oh, I see, it's just a hook. Alright, this is some advanced backpacking right here. Cool. That ought to do it. Now I know why there's a fence. Just look at the size of this hoof print that's on the trail right here. It's incredible. You can still see him way out there in the distance. He's just grazing. There's another bison right there. This is kind of bad news for me because I'm pretty sure I need to hike past there, but I don't want to get that close. I think that's Blackjack Camp. Right, well, made it to Blackjack Campground. It is an actual campground, which is something I'm not used to. Typically, I'm used to like backcountry campsites that are single campsites, and so if there are multiple tent sites, they're far away from each other. So this is more like a traditional campground, but that's fine. So here's my setup. Admittedly, this is not the best pitch I've ever done. I just got this shelter this year, so I'm still sort of getting good at pitching it, but I'll just show you sort of what I got here. So basically, it has this zipper, and here you go, this is the inside. So here's my quilt with my pad, and I slid off it because I was just chilling out earlier, and there's my backpack, and I'll put my boots and stuff under here when it comes to be nighttime. It's nice, it's roomy. As I figured, there are no bugs, so that's good. So this will work just fine. I don't need to wear a net or anything like that. Yeah, and I actually have, I would say, the best site in the campground. I'm on the edge of the campground, so there's nobody ringing me in. And then the other nice thing is I have this awning here for my picnic table, and then I have a great site because I have these two trees between that I could pitch between, and they're gonna just keep me warm. And not that it will rain, but if it did, they would help keep the rain off. So yeah, pretty good setup for the first night. All right, time for dinner. I'm gonna have refried beans with little bit of couscous and Fritos in there, and then I'm gonna put a bunch of cheese in there too. It's gonna be really good. Alright, so it's the end of the first day. I'm in my shelter. Got some bad news from the ranger tonight at the campsite, which is apparently the conservancy, who I called to ask specifically if I could use my alcohol stove, was wrong. They said I could, but the ranger said that I could not. So that's a bummer. It means I'm going to be carrying around half a pound of cook gear for the rest of the trip for nothing. Not worried about food because I have plenty, frankly. And also tomorrow night I'm going to be staying at Two Harbors, so I can easily go into town and get some more stuff if I need to. It's just a bummer. So, good hike today overall. Not a big fan of the campsite setup here. It's just very crowded, and a lot of the people who are here are just like here to party in the campsite and not really here to enjoy nature and do hiking. So I have a feeling it'll probably be several hours before I'm able to sleep, just because most other people are up right now playing music and all that stuff. But that's okay. Overall it was fun. I'm excited to get on the trail tomorrow for sure. And it'll be great to head into Two Harbors tomorrow evening and get a nice meal. So yeah.
So it's like 5:45 a.m. About half an hour ago I got woken up by some really loud beeping, and one or two of the big groups in this campsite are just banging around and talking full volume and yelling across the campsite to each other. So I guess I'm awake now. I guess for anyone who doesn't know, just remember trail etiquette. If you're gonna get up really early at the campsite, that's fine, but just try to respect the fact that other people might want to sleep a little longer than you.
Alright, so I'm about 2 miles from Blackjack now. Just wanted to hoof it out there while the sun was low. So with the whole stove thing, not being able to cook anymore, I ended up just mixing my instant coffee with cold water, and it actually worked really well. So I guess I'll be drinking cold brew for the rest of the trip. I just tossed all my cookable food, and I also ended up just tossing my stove fuel as well, including the bottle, since I hated that bottle anyway. It always leaked. So when I hit Two Harbors tonight, I'll just resupply. Yeah, my phone's a little low on battery, and I am most of the way through my power bank as well. So probably not going to do as many videos today, but I'll charge everything up when I get to town tonight. And yeah, nice day today again. It's really amazing, the sun and the impact it has on the heat here. It was actually pretty chilly when I woke up this morning. But man, as soon as that sun crested the ridge, bam, just instant 10-degree air temperature change. So blessing and a curse, I guess, because I was uncomfortable when I'm cold, but now I'm already getting really warm. So what are you gonna do?
I remember you last night was sad. Backseat of the car, I sank my face into his fur. I wept.
that was exhausting. There was a giant herd. You can probably see them if I zoom in. There's a giant herd of bison all over the trail. And they didn't like the look of me when I was coming towards them. So what I ended up doing was I had to bushwhack all the way down that hill to get around them. And then I had to bushwhack back up. I got a nasty cactus thorn in my foot too, which wasn't too fun. Now I'm really, really sweaty. I gotta get myself to a little harbor to get some water because I only have 2 liters left, so better keep going. And that's bison. So as beautiful as this ridge trail is, and as much as I want to just look around and enjoy the scenery as I'm hiking, I've actually got my eyes glued to the trail because you know who loves ridges? Snakes. It's a great place for them to lie out in the sun since they're cold-blooded. And I had a run-in once in Pennsylvania with a rattlesnake on a trail exactly like this one. And if I get bit up here, that's bad news because it's another, I think, 2.5 miles, 3 miles to Little Harbor. And I'm alone up here. And if I get bit, I'm gonna get bit on the leg or on the foot because that's where the snake can reach. I don't know if I can hike 3 miles with a snake bitten foot. So just gotta take it really easy. Just looking in front of me. I have my trekking poles too, so they're a great multi-purpose item. Good for holding up my tent, good for walking with, and good for smacking snakes, so wish me luck. Okay, there's mile marker 18. It's like 10:45 in the morning, so I've done 7 miles before lunch. I guess that's just ultralight life. This definitely wins the award for most boring, worst part of the trail. I'm literally just walking down this super long dirt road. I mean, you can see how far it goes up the mountain. I was up on top of that ridge before. Sun's just blazing. I'm wearing a buff just to protect my face because, man, I'm gonna get so sunburned if I don't protect my skin. This just really sucks. On the bright side, I think there's only 1 more mile until I get to Little Harbor. And down there I can fill up on water, and I think there's a shower too, so I might just jump out of the shower with all my clothes on, because that would definitely feel pretty good right now. Alright, so my foot's pretty messed up. Yeah, I have a really nasty blister on the bottom of my pinky toe. I also have a blister forming here, and then I have an ingrown toe here, so ingrown toenail. So just sort of bandaged it up as best I could. Basically put a bandage over each thing and then put some duct tape on top to keep it there. So 5 miles more to do today to get to 2 harbors. It's probably not going to be super fun. I'm honestly pretty worried about the rest of the trip, but I'll just take it really slow. Maybe stop every mile or 2 and just take my boots off and let my socks dry. It's a bummer though.
My brother, where do you intend to go tonight? I heard that you missed your connecting flight to the Blue Ridge Mountain over near Tennessee. You're ever welcome with me anytime you like. Let's drive to the countryside, leave behind some green-eyed lookalikes, so no one gets worried, no. So no one gets worried, no. But Sean, don't get careless, I'm sure it'll be fine. I love you, I love you. Oh,
Okay, yeah, now I'm tired.
mine. In the quivering forest, where the shivering dog rests, our good grandfather built a wooden nest, and the river got frozen, and the home got snowed in. And a yellow moon glowed bright till the morning light. Terrible am I, child, even if you don't.
Okay, well, I'm leaving Two Harbors now and heading up to the campsite, the Two Harbors campsite. Yeah, Two Harbors was nice, just a tiny little town. I got a pizza and a beer, which was great. I also bumped into a group of 3 girls who I recognized from Blackjack last night. Yeah, so they're doing a full through hike too, so I guess I'll be seeing them tomorrow night as well. So we just chatted a little bit. They complained as well about all the loud people at the campsite, so at least I'm not an old cranky man. They actually were loud. But yeah, this campsite should be all right. Well, this campsite experience is like night and day. This is really nice. The only other people who are here are a group of 3 girls that I saw, that I talked about earlier, who were at Blackjack last night. Other than that, the site is like completely empty. I haven't seen another camper. It's really beautiful. So there's my shelter right there, right against the water, against the harbor. You can actually see the lights of LA in the distance very faintly. And you can see there's Two Harbors right there. So I think I might go back into town, grab another beer. Still pretty early. It's like 5:30 or 6, so it's a little too early to go to sleep, and I don't have enough battery to like watch TV on my phone, so I figured that'd be more fun.
Good morning. It's the morning of the 3rd day. I got a great sleep last night. This campsite was awesome. It was right on the ocean here. No one else here except for those 3 girls who are also through hiking, and they were way up on the hill, so it was super quiet. I could hear seals in the water, and just the sound of the ocean lapping against the shore. So I only woke up like 1 or 2 times just to switch position, and got a great night's sleep. So today's supposed to be an easier day. I'm going to be walking on the west side of the northern part of the island, because that's where the trail says to go, and then you loop back around on the eastern side. Yeah, so I'm gonna hit the trail early while the weather is a little cooler. Feet are pretty messed up still. I got 3 major blisters, so I got 2 big blisters on both my pinky toes, and then I have a big blister on the inside palm of my right foot. So I'm just gonna wrap them as best I can and do the same strategy I did yesterday, where just stopped every 2 miles or so, took off my boots, took off my socks, and just let everything air out. First thing I do when I get back is look at better footwear for hiking, because these just aren't working. But yeah, really excited for today. The bartender in town said that actually going up north to Parsons, which is where I'm going, is his absolute favorite place to hike, and it's the best campsite on the island, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll get lucky again, and there won't be a lot of other people camping. Really can't wait. Alright, so it's the last night. I'm here at Parsons. Finally had a chance to chat with the 3 girls who've been behind me, also through hiking. They were super awesome. We hung out for a couple hours, played cards. Actually, 2 of them have done AT and PCT through hikes, which is really impressive. So I was sort of trying to pick their brains as much as I could about like gear and just hiking and everything. They were great to talk to. And then their friend who was with them, it was her first ever backpacking trip, which is incredible. I can't believe this was a first trip, but she did awesome. I mean, the fact she was able to complete this is really cool. So yeah, it was great to hang out with them and just chat. I'm just chilling on the beach right now, looking out at the surf. This trip has just been really great. Really enjoyed seeing the island and all the wild places that it has that I didn't even realize existed. So yeah, really glad I did this. And I bet I'm gonna sleep really well tonight because no one is at this campsite except me and the other thru hikers. So I got my own little nook and cranny. It's super comfortable and nice. I'm sort of insulated by this rock. And I got my own little slice of beach. It's paradise. Well, that's it. This is 2 Harbors. I made it. Oh, man, well, I feel great. My feet don't, but I feel great. Feels good to make it to the end.
I'm looking at you, but it's only a picture, so I take that back. But it ain't really a picture, it's just an image on the screen.
I don't know where.
Yeah. If you look, they're over there.
Oh, I see them. Heather, they're behind the boat. Come here, come here.
Can imagine it, can't you?
Love the waves.
I got a wild imagination. Give it some time. 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 I'm laughing out loud. So much it appears that I'm crying big. Yes, come out on the porch, mama. I'll tell you about my past. There's believers and lovers, and druggers and dreamers, and drunkards and schemers. I'm afraid that I am feeling much too many feelings simultaneously at such a rapid clip. Give it some time. Give it some time. Give it some time.